Hi YouTube, it's Lena and I'm here today with my 50 Shades of Green Project Pan update. Sorry this is late. I have been feeling like crap the past week. I have not had the energy to do much of anything, which is why the video I uploaded on Monday night I had filmed for a week and just have had no energy to even sit at a computer and edit, which is sad. So I have technically 7, but really 8 empties, and I'll explain that in a second. But first, on the 25th of July, I finished this. It is the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer. There is about the equivalent of 1 use stuck in here, but I cannot, nothing I do makes this packaging come off. I even had my husband go at it with a pair of pliers, and he said, if I force this open, it's going to break. And I'm like, well, don't break it, because I don't want, shards of plastic everywhere. So it's stuck in there. I honestly don't recommend buying this size, because this is the $18 purchasable size. And I got, how many uses did I get out of it? And I got 8 uses out of it total. So now I do take primer down my neck. You would probably, if you just use it strictly on your face, you would probably get about double the amount of uses. But for $18, that is still not enough. So now the full size, which is expensive, does come with like 1.5 ounces of product, or like almost 90 milliliters, I think it is. No, wait, I have that backwards. It's almost 45 milliliters. No, it's not 90 milliliters. That's like 3 ounces. But you get what I mean. So if you're gonna buy that, just buy the full size. Either get like a mini that you get just enough out of it to see if it like makes you break out or anything, or just buy the full size, and if you don't like it, return it, sell it, give it to a friend. That is just ridiculous how little I got out of that. Now, I didn't pay for that. I got it as part of a kit, so I'm not that mad, but the value is not there. Anyways. Rant aside, I actually do really like that primer. That's part of what makes me so mad about that having so few uses in it. Anyways, on the 17th of July, I finished the Zany Lady Body Spray in You Are Perfect. It was like down to here. Last time I had just a couple of uses left. On the same day that I uploaded, not when I filmed, when I uploaded, because last month, unlike this month, I pre-filmed because I had to go out of town the weekend this was supposed to go up. I finished the Liz Earle Cleanse and Polish Hot Cloth Cleanser. It was like down to here last time. I bet if I cut this open, I could get a few more uses out of it, but I like it fine. I don't like it enough to mess with cutting it open, so for me, it is done. On the 22nd, I finished this, which I have not shown since the beginning. It's the Osha Hyaluronic C Serum. It was like up to here. It took me like a couple of uses to use up. There's barely any product in this little thing right here. I do have another one of these little minis, and it's a nice serum, but the full size is $88. I'm not quite sure it's that nice. And coming to my kind of 1 but 2 empties. These took up 1 spot, but it is 2 of them. On the 26th of July, I finished this Shop Miss AHA 7% toning solution, and on August the 9th, I finished the second one that I had in here. I never showed this one past the intro, so it was up to here. But the one that I had been working on last month, that is the amount of progress that it had on it. So both of these are done, but they took up 2 spots. I'm sorry. So yeah, 2 empties. I'm crazy. I actually had these as 2 separate spots. I thought I only had these as 1. And on the 8th of August, I finished this, the Niacinamide 2% and BHA moisturizer from Shop Miss A. These are my marks. This one took a little bit longer, but this one took me about a month to use from beginning to end. Each one of these took me about 2 weeks, which is why I bought 2 to 1 of these to get about a month's worth of usage to see how they worked for me. They're actually really nice. But I would say if you buy these, because these are like $1.77 a piece on the Shop Miss A website, they do give you a discount for buying 12, which according to them is a year's worth, which wouldn't be for the toner for me, but would be for a moisturizer. Either be prepared for these to not last you very long and have to buy more regularly, or just buy the bulk price, because you do get, I think it's like 10% off. Like, it's not a lot, but you get a little bit off if you buy the bulk one, which I think is just, you know, literally 12 packs of these. It's not like anything bigger. All right, so on to updating for everything else. A few things have started work on this month. I think I'm doing pretty well so far. On most things, at least. First is my Julep nail polish in Brandis. I have worn this once, but it didn't make much of a dent in it. I had kind of wanted to put this on my toes before updating, but I've gotten to the point where it's like, I am like a week late updating this at this point, so I need to just update. So it went from 37.7 grams to 37.5. I don't know why it went only 0.2 grams this time, because I used the exact same amount on my nails. The weirdness of weighing products. Next is the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Foundation. I've used this 10 times in the past month. It went from 49.2 grams to 40.6 grams even. So I don't quite use a gram per use, but almost. So I made a joke when I first started using this that, oh god, I use like a gram of this per use. And well, that almost does seem to be the case, so I don't know if this would necessarily be a good buy for me in the future. But project painting wise, that means I'm going to go through it faster. Next is the Mario Badescu Cucumber and Aloe Spray. Here are my marks. I hope you can see that. There we go. A little bit less this month than last month. That is because I also finished a mini makeup spray that I would use instead of this on some days. I've only used it 7 times in the past month, so just not a ton of progress. No, wait, that's not right. Is that right? Did I look at the right thing? I did. Because next I have this, which I just started using, and it has 12 uses. I was like, oh god, did I read the wrong thing? No. This is the Tarte C Glotion Skin Perfector. It's a kind of glowy makeup primer. I used this on like no makeup days. Its weight went from 53.5 to 47.8. I can't see through this. The product inside is actually like dark, so shining a light through this does nothing. I actually did it again today just to see, and it has like a little hole up here where there's no product. So maybe next month, if I keep using it, I can actually make like a real mark, because then I can actually see through the product, but that is not something I'm going to concern myself much with. Next is my lip balm. It is the Be Essential Lime and Coconut Beeswax Lip Balm. I'll put my minuscule paper progress up, which despite the very small amount of paper progress, I actually used this more than I did the month before. Like last month I used it 9 times, but this month I used it 14 times, so don't know what to tell you about that. Next is my lip gloss. It's the e.l.f. Mint Melt Lip Plumping Lip Gloss. It is starting to look like a hot mess because it does get stuff mixed in there. I tried to clean the doe foot applicator off. It's kind of stopped working. I used it 11 times in the past month, and its weight went from 15.2 to 14.8. So hopefully I can finish that soon. Not that I'm in a hurry to finish it, it's just, you know, I want more empties. I actually really enjoy that, and I would happily purchase that again. Next is something that I'm wearing today, and I mainly wore it today to change my goal on it and remember to bring it in here to update it. So when I put this in here, this is the ColourPop lipstick in Bury Me in Lipsticks. It's from the Sophia Nygaard collection. It's a stunning color, and upcoming in fall, I'll probably feel more drawn to it. I wanted to finish this sucker. This is what I'm working with to finish. Now, lipsticks are the hardest thing for me to pan. Why did I think I could finish this? I don't know. So I changed my goal. I want to use it 20 times. I think that's plenty enough to get some good usage on it. And I think it would all be on my lips, because this, as you can see, like this was me putting it on lightly. It's pretty dark. Again, I think it's when I tried it on today that I was reminded again, like, oh god, I cannot pan this right now. So we have 1 use down and 19 to go. Just wanted to make a note of that. I did finally repress my NYX shadow. This is the NYX Prismatic Eyeshadow in Mermaid. I used it and then repressed it, so it looks basically brand new except for the fact that it is very messy. So, fun times there. My next two eyeshadows are from my Urban Decay Electric palette. I used each one of them once. We have Freak, which I am trying to finish, and Fringe, which I'm trying to hit pan on. I'm actually going to try to make it a goal to hit pan on Fringe in the next month, because just comparing to the one I have pan in, just, you know, looks wise, it looks like I'm really close. So I think if I just make an effort to wear it more than once a month, like if I wear this like 3 or 4 times, I will hit pan and we will have another thing done, which is always good. So I did wear my Rimmel Scandaleyes eye thing once, but it didn't move as far as paper progress. And this did move though, the CoverGirl Full Spectrum Defining Moment Eyeliner in Electric Green. We'll insert my paper progress as well. This I actually suspect I can finish by next update, even if I actually, you know, update on time for once. Because with that jump on the last one, it's because I occasionally use it as an eye base for really light shades, because while this does appear green if I, you know, layer it up on my lower lash line, one layer over my eye, it just works as kind of like a white eyeshadow base. So, like, I primarily use it under this, but it's worked under other very light shades before too, so. Now this is being the bane of my existence because I can't remember to use it. I've only used it 4 times. It's the Bella Pierre Cosmetics Concealer in Green. It's the only one I'm still working on in here. I have basically given up on the orange because I don't like it. It doesn't look great on me. Like, it still shows as like being too dark even under, you know, regular concealer. The green one works great though. I just forget to use it. So 4 times. I need to start setting it on top of like my foundation or something to make me start using it. Like, that's the trick I normally go for, but just setting it on top of like my eyeshadow palettes that I'm wearing that day, I just move it, do my eyeshadow, and then by the time I get to concealer, I have forgotten it existed. So I need to set it on top of something else that I'd use right before or right after, you know? And I forgot to bring this over here, but I'll mention it real quick. My ABH highlighter, the shade Lucky Clover, I have used 2 more times. So I have now gotten up to 6 of the 20. Sorry, I'm starting to lose my voice here, and I'm not entirely sure why. As far as the non-makeup items, first is my Chanel Chance perfume. It's actually under the word Chanel now, which is pretty nice. Here are my marks, and its weight has went from 184.0 to 178.5, which is one of the better jumps so far, so I guess I was a little better about using it. Next is something new. I started using the Body and Earth Lime Spritz Body Butter. It has some highlighter mixed in here, so it looks a little different. Its weight went from 63.2 to 45.2, so I suspect this will be done by next month. I hope it will. I did continue to use this other body butter as an occasional hand cream in here. It is the Body Shop Peppermint Candy Cane scented body butter. It does smell great, and it does moisturize my hands really nicely. It's not something I would normally use that way, but I have my stuff that I'm not using for this project sitting in here, and sometimes I come in here with some dry ass hands, so I grab it and use it. So it's getting the tiniest bit of usage right now. Its weight went from 67.2 to 66.6 grams, so like I said, it's getting about 8 grams of use, 0.8 grams of use per month right now. I plan to use that up in like December and January as far as actually putting it like on my body. But, you know, right now I'm just using it occasionally on my hands. But it's still getting some usage, which is always nice. Next is this. It's the Garnier Brightening Serum Cream for vitamin C and pineapple. Made a big jump this month. Now I have actually been pretty good about my, let me see if I can get it to focus. Nope, sorry. I have actually been really good about my skincare in the past month, so that has probably helped this a lot, but I didn't realize that I was making such bad progress on this. Like, I thought this was going to take longer simply because it's a serum cream. It's not strictly a watery serum, but what do I know, apparently. Another new thing I'm using this month is the Veli Veli Artemisia Balance Essence. This is going to take some months to use up, which I expected, but here are my marks. I didn't weigh this or anything because, you know, it's really easy to see through. But with that progress, probably another 4 months, honestly. I'll probably finish that by the end of the year. And finally, another very long haul product. This is my Yes to Watermelon Super Fresh Jelly Mask. I've used this, I want to say 3 times in the past month. Its weight went from 92.4 to 89.3, so I've now used up 10 grams of it. There's like 90 grams in here. So, we got a ways to go. Anyways, here are my marks. Hopefully you got at least some view of that, because my camera's being a pain in the butt tonight. But yeah, we got a ways to go on this. I suspect in October, for doing Maxtober on Instagram, this will get some heavier usage then. That is it. Thank you guys for tuning in. As always, I do really appreciate it. For next month, hopefully I'll have hit pan and fringe in here. That's a big one. Beyond that, I hope to have the Body and Earth body butter done. Depending on how much makeup I wear, I might have the e.l.f. gloss done, and that's really about it. And maybe the CoverGirl will be done as well. So up to 4 empties, just depending on how much I wear makeup. Fingers crossed, hope I can wear it a lot. So that is it. Thank you guys for tuning in. As always, I do really appreciate it, and hopefully I will see you later. Bye!